Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, principal of Simply Improve Health, and I help people to train better and longer, have improved sleep, and enjoy better quality of health in general with simple plant-based minerals and native products and simple techniques. This evening, I'm going to share with you 8 essences. So forgive me if every now and then I look down at my notes so I don't miss anything. But I'm going to be sharing 8 uh, vibrational essences, flower and other essences, that can help with self-confidence, whether it be kids going back to school and need maybe a bit shy, or you're going for an interview where you have to perform. These are various essences that you might find helpful to give you that little extra bit of support when you need to feel your utmost self-confident. Now, the first essence I'd like to share with you is pineapple from the Spirit in Nature range, or which was formerly the Masters Essences, um, originally from the California, Nevada. They're produced, and this essence rather, is about just increasing your self-confidence. But remember that essences provide balance. So pineapple can also be used when that self-confidence turns into a bit of cockiness or hubris. So it brings you back down to earth and keeps you on balance. So pineapple for when you need to just feel a boost in your self-confidence. You have it, but it may be a little bit shaken. My next essence is from the Batch Flower Remedies, which are produced here in the UK. And Minimalist is about known fears, for example, fear of flying or going to the dentist. But it's also for to help people when they have to do public speaking. You know, sometimes I know even with all the public speaking I've done over the years, sometimes you can feel a little bit like you've got butterflies in your stomach or something, and this will help calm that down. And it's also for people who just may be shy. They're very just shy around people. This will help bring them out of their shell a bit more. The next essence I'd like to share with you is aloe. And by the way, all of these will be on a link on the post where you can actually see the flowers that I speak about today. Aloe is from FES Quintessentials, which is produced in California. And that one is about creativity combined with vitality. In other words, your creative self is allowed to shine with all of the energy and that makes you behind it. So it allows you to show off that inner fire that makes you who you are. Let's see. The next one is actually one from my own Spirit of Makasutu range, and it is pomegranate. Now, pomegranate's an interesting essence because I have found that whatever range pomegranate is in, whoever makes it, whatever country it's from, it is the essence par excellence for women. I mean, from the tradition of breaking them open, I think at Persian weddings, to signify fertility and fruitfulness with all the seeds. It makes sense. This is about feminine energy at every level. So it can enhance intuition. It can engender profound change. And it's also to harmonize and balance feminine energy. And that's not just for women, that's for men too, because we're all dual creatures with a masculine and a feminine side. So that for men, as well as women who want to get in touch with their inner intuition and change at a deeper level, this is a great essence to do that. My next essence comes from Australia. It's from the Australian bushflower essences. and it's called Five Corners. And this one's an interesting one because it helps you to celebrate your own beauty. In other words, if you believe in yourself, you are more self-confident. And it does help to instill a sense of a better sense of self-esteem. So the key to self-confidence is really to believe in yourself and to actually like yourself. And you'd be surprised at the number of people walking around who don't like themselves. They don't like this about themselves. They don't like that about themselves. They have to get surgery to get this fixed or that fixed or the other. And that's just fixing the externals, because if you don't like yourself within, you're never going to see anything that pleases you on the outside. I mean, that's something to think about. My next essence is again from my Spirit of Makasutu range, and it is yellow hibiscus. When I made this essence, I wasn't intending to, but the yellow of the flowers was so bright, it was literally shouting at me to make an essence. I mean, this was definitely no shot shrinking violet type. But what yellow hibiscus can do is to help us to improve our self-image. You know, going back to just what I said a moment ago, we don't like this about ourselves. We don't like that about ourselves. We need to change this. We need to change that. And it's learning to be content with who you are as you are, warts and all, as the expression goes. Now, the last two essences I have to share with you today come from the Wild Earth Animal Essence range, which is made in the west coast of the US. I think California, I'm not sure. Can't remember now. But people will think, well, animal essences, what does that have to do with me? Think about it. Whatever we might think of ourselves, or however much we puff ourselves up with being man the wise, which sometimes you have to doubt, we are animals, we are mammals, we are driven by instincts, though we have intellect to override those instincts and help us to function at a higher level, which is not to say that animals don't function at a higher level, they just function at a different level. But the first of the essences I'd like to share with you from Wild Earth is tiger, and this is about being in your own power. I mean, think of the image of a tiger, big, powerful, heavy creature that can move silently through the forest and ambush its prey. But what this essence does is to help calm the mind and to encourage right action when you're faced with difficult or opposing choices. Now, maybe over a year ago, I took this essence. I just felt the need for it. I had some things that I needed to do, and the effect was just amazing. I kid you not when I tell you, I walked down the street, lights would turn green when I got to the corner, so I never had to stop moving forward. People just moved out of my way. It was incredible. And I actually had this feeling that in my mind's eye of like being this sleek, beautiful cat just sauntering down the street, and people just moved out of the way. It was incredible. That was one of the best days I ever had. People just got out of my way, which was great. They were just not in my way that day. They could feel the energy and they responded to it and just moved. And I had that confidence to just, lights weren't going to stop me. People weren't going to stop me. Fantastic stuff. My final essence is polar bear from Wild Earth. And that's about moving forward in a grounded sort of way, in a way that is sensible, is measured. And polar bear also gives you increased confidence, strength, and determination. Now, this is another essence that I took a long time ago. And the impression that I had of it is that You think of polar bears generally, and hi, Kieran, nice to see you. You think of polar bears as, these smackdown, huge, fierce creatures, but think of how tenderly they take care of their young, their cubs, and how delicately that they can play and be with them. So yes, they're powerful creatures. They're full of confidence. You don't mess with them, but yet uh, they can be gentle. So you don't need to be violent. You don't need to be aggressive necessarily to be strong and self-confident. And that all of these essences prove that point. You don't have to be aggressive to be strong. You don't have to act out of character to feel self-confident. You just need to believe in yourself. And essences are a great way to give you that kind of emotional support to keep you on an even keel, but also to instill positive qualities that can help you going forward in your life. So those are my 8 essences for the day. I hope one of them, you might think of trying one of them when your self-confidence needs a bit of a boost. I will post a link for this on the post when it goes up, where you can actually see the flowers that I've mentioned in question this evening. That's it for me. Have a lovely evening. If you're shaking and baking somewhere in the world, try to stay cool. And I hope to see you again the next time. Take care and have a wonderful evening and a great week. Bye-bye.